Well, I guess we're just going to start it. Honestly, I don't know any other way to bring this in. Today on the Soul Serum Podcast, our inaugural interview episode, we have none other than Pangeaux here with us today. I'll put in some cool crowd effects after that. Just kidding. So Pangeaux was a Newport, Kentucky native, yes, correct? Right? A known hooper. I've been told. Do you have a and one, like a highlight mixtape?
Yeah.
Do you really?
I mean,
fuck! I should have watched it before this interview.
He's nice, bro.
He was nice. Yeah. I met Pangeaux recently as I became part of the Soul Serum team. He's a guy who's been there since literally the beginning of Soul Serum. If, like we referenced in the other episode, second video on the channel, right, is your first concert. So if that tells you anything about, you know, how long Pangeaux's been making music in the area and doing it with people, you know, he's got some years under his belt, really. How do you feel today, sir?
Good.
Are you
chilling, relaxing, trying to?
Are you excited to be here?
Yeah. Low-key a little nervous. I don't know why, but I am.
I mean, you did the little interview on the Soul Serum channel like a while ago, like the 7-minute one. But other than that, you haven't really done any other sort of interviews for real, right?
I did like two dudes, like we recorded, but they're not out yet.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I hope I put mine out before then. Yeah. I want to be ground zero. So how long ago did you start making music? Like, are you at 4 years, 5 years?
I started making beats in 2016. Like,
yeah, late
2016.
Yeah.
And then I probably started making my own music back in like 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You dropped out of college, right? To like, is that not necessarily to make music, or is that, is that what it was?
It was just kind of like, it was a mix of a lot of things. It was just like a turning point kind of like moment for real.
Yeah.
Just because I got hurt for basketball.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, like.
What was it? Ankle?
My
knee?
hip. I had to get hip surgery. Yeah.
Oh,
I tore
really?
my labrum. Yeah, on some fucking shit. I don't even know I had a labrum in my hip. But apparently you do.
Yeah, if you told me, like, where's your labrum in your body, I'd be like, I don't know.
Everyone I've known has it in the shoulder. Like, I only heard about shoulder labrum tears.
Yeah. That's a kind of a weird one. Kind of a weird injury. So
after I had it, like, everybody started, like, hella people started getting it. Like, Isaiah Thomas, that's what happened to him.
Oh, yeah.
Celtics. My cousin is getting the same surgery right now.
What the fuck?
Some fuck shit.
That is scary.
For real.
To lead you to beats and eventually music making.
When I was hurt, I was just like making hella beats and just making hella music.
Yeah.
So then I just got like so into it that I was just kind of done with basketball and school for real. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess, you know, let's not skip over something recently. We went kind of straight back in time right there. You recently dropped a project, right? Yeah. 555?
Yeah.
Or do you call it 555? What's your preferred?
555.
555. Yeah. How do you feel about it? It's been out for a week or so now?
I think, yeah.
A week?
You dropped it last Wednesday?
September 2nd.
How do you feel about it so far? What's it felt like?
I love it. It's fun. I mean, it's definitely like, I feel like it's kind of like an upgrade for real, just from, I don't know, just like the sound that I was going for, like with my last project. Mm-hmm. It's more of like confident. I felt more confident with this one.
Interesting.
And it just kind of like came together like last minute for real. And
yeah. I was listening to it earlier today, obviously, because I knew that we were doing this interview just to refresh myself a little bit. And I thought it was interesting. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the album sounds a lot to me like, as far as like themes, you know, lyrics and everything, kind of sounds like you're in your head a little bit on it. You know,
in what way? What do you mean by
that? I mean, okay, so you start off with Reasons, right? Yeah. Which is, we talked about a little bit last week, like it's a personal song, the most personal on there. Yeah. And it seems like I don't know, a lot of the lyrics to me kind of sound like, you know, self-reflective in a way, thinking about how like you're perceiving things and how things are happening in your life.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be digging too deep into it, but I was just curious if that is true in any sort of way.
Yeah, like that's like a great way to put it for real. And I'm like, I appreciate that you even kind of like looked at it that way for real, because like I don't really be knowing how people be listening to music, you know what I mean? Like even like someone like me who's not like crazy pop, I don't have like a huge fan base, but like to see that people are like actually listening to what I have to say, or like at least taking it in, it's pretty cool. But
but it's not. I also, so the album starts off with Reasons, or I guess EP. Is that the
I would call it an EP.
project?
Yeah,
whatever.
EP. Yeah, whatever.
So it starts off with Reasons, but the next like two, so it's the song with Girl Next Door, and then
shout out Girl Next Door,
and then Summertime after that.
Prada.
Oh, right. Prada, and then Summertime. I feel like at least the second and the fourth track are like, while maybe you were kind of in your mind or something on the first one, those seem to be kind of like records where you're like looking at kind of like escaping that and like things that bring you out of like being in your head per se.
That's basically how this whole summer went for real. I would say like that project is just kind of like even with Reasons and Alive, I feel like those are two like the more personal, like in depth, like in my head type of songs.
Yeah.
And like the other ones are more kind of like letting loose, kind of like, like not really stressing about shit for real.
Right.
And that was just kind of like this whole summer went. It was just for real, just kind of like a tense ass, like with COVID and everything. Like, I don't know. It was just definitely self-reflecting for sure. Just with all that shit.
Is that, I don't know how this might slight tangent. Whenever COVID first started, I was very curious as to how like it was going to interact with like art and music and things, and I wasn't really sure if like we were going to acknowledge it or like, I don't know, make things purely kind of like fueled by it. But I feel like, not to say that this album is purely fueled by COVID, but that obviously, if the song is about the summer with COVID, or I mean, if the album is about summer, really, like that is something that like has to be, reconciled.
Yeah, I mean, I hate even to bring that up, but I mean, like it is what's going on right now, and like a lot of the music that's in the 555 project was just like literal shit that was just going on this summer.
Born out of that time. I mean, you write what you know.
For real. Yeah.
So you and Tanner have known each other for how long? That's why I feel like
known
this
each
should
other
be said.
for a little minute because we used to not like each other because we used to play against each other.
We didn't like
Really?
each other.
We just were rivals. It was rivalry.
It wasn't even me though. It was Grant.
Yeah.
Like I was there. Like it was like the Maeves family. I feel like because it was.
We
like,
always just played them in basketball.
The AAU days, just like growing up.
Yeah.
Grant. I have a little brother Grant. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Grant and Luke, but Grant, like the middle one, he's like 16 months younger than me. He was in his grade, and like my dad had an AAU team.
And my dad had
Grant, and his dad had an AAU team and coached him with like the better players from like Newport, like Newcastle and like Highlands area. Then we had the best ones from like the Florence, like Boone County.
Man, this is some
area.
Real Northern Kentucky shit right here.
But like at the same time, there were two like really good teams, like two of the top 5-6 AAU teams in like all the state.
Yeah.
And they were just like rivals, like growing up. Like my dad and his dad would like get into it and like bump heads. And like,
they try to pull some low-key LeBron shit and try to combine teams one year.
My dad did try to combine teams with Chris.
It would have been fire. It would have been nice, but we just didn't do it.
But yeah, we've known each other since probably like known of each other. Like I knew of the Pangeaux name, and you probably knew of the Maeves name from like second, third, fourth grade, like something like that till now.
Yeah.
So how?
Go ahead.
So then, did you all met in high school? Did you all?
So I went to Walton Verona.
Yeah.
From 6th to like 11th grade, and we decided we wanted to make a move, like our whole family did, and my dad got in contact with Jimmy Pangeaux from Newport Catholic, which is his uncle, and we visited the school and whatnot. And we kind of like fell in love with him. We knew we wanted to go there and play basketball. And I love all the guys, and I knew of him because of back then. I knew some other guys that were on the team, and like they're like very inviting, and it just felt like another home for me and my family. So I moved there my senior year. My brother Grant was a junior, and my brother Luke was a freshman. So like all three of us were in high school together.
Yeah.
And we moved to Newcastle. And then the basketball team is kind of where like we started our like friendship and relationship.
Yeah. So then when you started making music, you all were friends at this point.
Yeah.
And I guess like you all were boys or whatever.
Yeah.
And then because that would be after high school. So you all had already spent enough time on the basketball team. And then I don't know, like, so you talked about it in the other episode, but like at first, like Soul Serum was kind of like not started for Pangeaux necessarily, but like that was kind of like, you know.
Yeah, he was just the first artist that I was around, like personally.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't know anybody else that was kind of like making music yet. Like he was just like my friend, and like he was the low key. He like inspired me to like start my own like thing. Like he already had his like own like little artist like thing going. He had a couple songs on SoundCloud that were like starting to pop a little bit. And it's just like, oh, like there's something like happening here. Like people are like listening. It's just like, you know, like I don't know. I kind of just like naturally like just stepped up and like I wanted to throw a show from him, and like that's how we kind of like started from there. You know.
Yeah.
Was it like weird for Tanner to hit you up and be like?
It wasn't even like he hit me up. I just like remember I started making music, and then I don't know if I just like told you I started making music, or maybe you like. After I dropped Miss Mary Mac. Maybe that was after.
Bro, I was there before that. Like, I remember, like, when you made...
Like, with Kyle.
The very first song you ever released, bro. I was in that basement.
I forgot about that.
When you made that.
He was rapping, too, bro. We were all on tracks.
We were all just, like, messing around. Like, you know, like, that early stage, like, you just, like...
Everyone's trying to be a rapper.
I got some tracks.
Yeah,
you making beats earlier.
He had a little bit more experience because he was doing it down at Carson Newman. And then he came back home and linked with all the high school boys that were kind of into music, and we all went down to that basement, and we made like 2 or 3 songs that night all together. We all had verses and shit.
Yeah, that's dope.
And then, I think he released Miss Mary Mac like shortly after that, and that was like his big like SoundCloud song. And like honestly, like. That's like culturally in like the Northern Kentucky area, like Miss Mary Mac, like everyone fucked with that song like when it first came out, like in high school. Like we went to a couple of parties. I remember like the song came on, everybody.
Is that dope? Is getting your song played at a party that you attend? Is it dope?
I don't know. It happened. It was weird. It happened at a party one time.
We didn't even plan it. Like they played it, and we were just like,
it was awkward.
Yeah, I feel like. Somebody played one of these podcasts at a party. I'd be like, yo, turn this bitch up.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about the first concert simply because there's a video to it. So it's some of the most valuable research that I've done here. People were really like singing along and really like vibing. It seemed like an awesome atmosphere there. What was that like to like, you know, have your first show, you've put out all of this music, people have consumed it, and then you get on stage, like, you know, for the first time. What's that feel like to see the crowd, like, really interacting and engaging, like, in the performance?
I don't know. I'm, like, trying to, like, think back and remember. Because like, I feel like I blacked out on stage for real.
Yeah.
Just because, like, my adrenaline was rushing so much, and I'm already, like I have stage fright, and that's the first... I would never, ever think I'd ever perform.
Really?
And I swear to God, bro. Like, hell no. In high school, bro, I hated giving presentations. Like, I just hated speaking in front of people. So when I did that, it was just like once I got up and did it, it was just like, I had like fake the confidence almost to be like, bro, I got to get through this because like I can't go out. Like,
it's hard sometimes getting past that initial like wall of anxiety, like to do something. Because I'm sure now, like in other shows you performed, you feel a lot more comfortable.
Not even though.
Really?
Bro, even this like interview, like I don't know what it is. It's just about like, I don't know if it's just like when there's like a tension, I just get like, I get nervous and I just get like anxious. And it's not that I like don't like it, maybe. It's just, I don't know. It's just how I've been. Even with like basketball games and shit. It's just like the moment I just get so like anxious about it for some reason. Like, after I get through it, like I'm chill. Like right now, like I'm cool.
Yeah.
And even like on stage, like, I get to this point where I'm like, all right, this is not that bad. Like, I don't know why, like, just, like, hyped it up so much in my head.
Make it a bigger deal in your head
Dude,
than it really is.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, it don't really, like, if you fuck up, you fuck up. It don't really mean
Comes with
shit.
practice, man.
Yeah.
You know?
For real.
So one thing I wanted to ask you, when the podcast was originally, like when I first was going to try and do it by myself, the one thing that I like wanted to base it on was like why hip hop was like the tentative name for it. And I kind of want to ask you, not necessarily why hip hop, but why music. Because you're a naturally creative person. Like the bit that we've interacted, I feel like you pick up, you know, you use cameras, you know how to edit, you know how to do things. Like what is it about music specifically? Does it like fulfill your creative juices the best out of everything? Like, is it a better way to express yourself?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, like.
Or is it just like an outlet, a release
Yeah,
for you?
I don't know what it is. I guess when I like kind of got a little bit of confidence of like, oh shit, like I can make music.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like, I don't know why. I just kind of like ran with it. It just like felt good for some reason. I don't know why, for real.
I think making music and the small bit of music that I've made in my life, like there is something like, how am I trying to word this? There's something a little bit, I don't want to say more rewarding, because expressing yourself creatively in any fashion I think is rewarding, but something about music, being able to make something that like, I don't know why I was playing a fake bass when I did that, you know, when I fucking slapped the bass. I don't know. There's something that feels different when you
I don't
make
know
music.
what it is,
I don't know. And I've just made songs with my friends where I like have funny like punchlines.
But
like,
even those songs, bro, we got songs at the Soul Serum house that we've all recorded on.
Yeah.
And they still like, they're like fire. Even just like we were fucking around.
I heard John's verse on
John's
the one
got some
song.
slaps.
That
Hey,
shit was hard.
We're about to make this EP. He keeps talking to me about it. He's like, bro, you gotta get me in the booth.
Yo.
All right, dog.
You do.
Yeah.
I need the Johnny B EP.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the name.
coming.
I don't know. Kind of go back to like the music thing. I think like music is just like the sound of it is just like addicting. Like from like a psychology standpoint, like there's a lot of like evidence backing up that like music like can really affect your mood. It can take you from down to up, from up to down. It can like has like nostalgic feel to it. Like you hear a song, it takes you back to a happier time in your life. Like I don't know. Like there's something about music and like the frequency and the energy you get from it. And like, I can only imagine what like that kind of feeling you would get when you actually like make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah. What do people like? I don't know. Like when Frank Ocean finished Blonde and he like pressed the send button. Like, what does that feel like? What does that feel like?
Know.
Frank Ocean's different, bro. Like you think like he just like released that, put that into DistroKid. And
Okay, all right.
I'm about to go walk, like ride my bike.
Let me rephrase it.
Sure,
When Kanye hit send on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, this fucking maximum collection of like music making. When he pressed send on that, like, you want to talk about rewarding?
Like,
can you imagine pressing send and being like, I know for a fact that that's a classic album.
Yeah.
Like, just
For
I don't
real.
know. I can't
I
imagine.
feel like that's got to be the goal with like albums. Like, I don't know. Maybe. I feel like if you really want to create something like dope that's like world changing, you know what I mean? Or, like it's something like some Kanye shit. That's the type of mentality you have to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is the best shit that I can put out at this moment.
Fair. I guess, you know, that's something that's important for artists too, is just like making sure like you're making something better than the last. That's all you So it's all you can I don't want to say that's all you can do, but like that's like a good
That's how you progress. That's how you get better. Like you constantly have to one up yourself, not like other people, you know.
Yeah.
So what I've wanted to ask you this question. I don't know if people say this. This is just something that I've kind of perceived. Do people like automatically assume that you're a rapper or something, like because of the space that you're in? Because me personally, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you're definitely more in the R&B space than really, I don't, quote unquote rap or hip hop. But I feel like before I really listened to your music and like found out, more about you, like I guess I would just by association like assume you were a rapper, but I feel like you're much more on the melodic kind of side. Does that happen to you? Do people kind of do that? Or
I mean, like, people just will say like, oh yeah, he's a rapper just because like I make music, and it's probably not even because they've listened to any of my music.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's just like the word around town, I guess.
Yeah, like if you know that I've been making music,
exactly,
he's a rapper.
He used to play basketball, but
if you used to like, if you make music but like you aren't using an instrument, I guess people are just like rapper.
Yeah,
exactly, bro. Yeah. I had that conversation with like my parents. Like they see like Jack Hayes' music, and they're like, oh, that's really good. Like he's playing like guitar and stuff. Then it's like they see a video of just like Zach or like somebody else just like in front of like the camera. It's just like you can't put it into a box.
Yeah.
You can't familiarize it.
Yeah. That was the actually, not to get too sidetracked, but that was one of the main things that I kind of found out when I did the why hip hop, or not why hip hop, when I did Clay Bonin Presents the Culture, like why hip hop is so like such a dominant cultural force in popular culture is like you don't have to play an instrument, you know what I mean? Like you can make something on your computer with any of the mics that we're using and just in some cases fucking blow up and go crazy.
Like hip hop is the main reason that I even started making music. He for real put me on a J. Cole in high school when we first met. And Jermaine Cole, shout out.
Bro, I was a big J. Cole.
Bro, he came to me like
coming up,
talking like
Born Sinner days.
Yeah,
literally, he put me onto that album, and like he just showed me how it like connected with different shit. I just fucked with it, and I was like, oh, dope. And then like I just kind of like held on to that, like being a fan of him. And then when I started actually making beats, J. Cole was like the biggest influence, probably like at the beginning of my like, I guess,
interesting
beat making or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people I feel like don't think of J. Cole as a producer, as a beat maker, but like he has some like
he produced like almost all of Born Sinner.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I'm not gonna get into my J. Cole stance right now. It's the first episode. I'm not gonna get into it. But
I'm definitely straight away from J. Cole. I definitely like love and respect what he gave me. Like at the time, I think it was like 2012, 2013. Like I was in high school. Like back when he was just like raw as fuck, like really just like coming up. But like I can't tell you the last time I searched J. Cole on Spotify. Like it's been a while.
Respect on J.
But
Cole.
Shout out J. Cole if you're watching this.
J. Cole, come on the show.
The J. Cole Lil Pump interview was fire, though.
Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised by that, to be honest with you. Again, one of the only like real interview that I found online was the previous Soul Serum one, and one thing that stuck out to me in that interview was you talked about making like certain jumps within your career. I think that came out in like January 2019, something like that. Like so basically 2018, right at the end of 2018, you were making certain jumps in your career is something that you said. Like, have you felt like you've made any jumps since then?
Yeah, for sure. Just
have you released 2 projects since then?
Yeah.
So that's a good deal of music. That's a lot of work, you know. So
yeah, I definitely I would say more in like I guess the way that like I attack songs now compared to like how I did back then, cuz like I'll go and listen to like my older stuff and I'll hear like things that I do now. But like I do them better now just cuz I've had that time to like work on my voice, you know what I mean, like practice and shit.
Experience.
Yeah, but like I still see like the similarities in my old music compared to like the newer shit I'm making and like where the growth has gone, you know. Like, damn, you just choked, but yeah.
That's something that I hope to see in this podcast, honestly, is to just like, because this is the first episode, I hope I look back at this interview and like, you know, however many episodes, I'm like, Jesus, fuck, oh God, I can't believe you did that. How did you do that? But then be satisfied with what I'm doing now. Yeah, it's growth. That's growth. It seems to be a common theme in this room so far. This is okay. All right, this is a funny question. I don't know. I wrote this question out just for me.
Oh God.
What is it about Jack Johnson? What is it like? I noticed that you have like a cover like up on YouTube of it, like, and I like all I know about Jack Johnson is like Banana Pancakes, and I couldn't even
fire ass song.
I couldn't even tell you how the song goes. I just know it's called Banana Pancakes. So just like, can you sell me on Jack Johnson? Like, why should
he's probably the greatest human being on this earth.
Whoa. Okay.
Like, I swear to God. Like I swear to God. You go look at his Instagram. Like, dude's trying to save the planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's just like a cool dude. Like my parents put me onto him.
Yeah.
That's all they like. They would play to him all the time. like in the living room, or like if we went on vacation. So like that's how I even know about him. And then once I started making music, like, and I started like, I had like a different appreciation for, you know, like the sound of it. I went back and listened to him. I was like, God damn. Like,
what about Jack Johnson's sound do you like though?
I don't know. It's just like, he is like low key, like spitting, like, like swear to God, but just like in like a surf, like Hawaiian, like just like guitar way. I don't know. Like you have to go listen and like really listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
But it's just like calming. I don't know. He's just got like a dope voice, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Because
Comforting.
I think it's the nostalgia of my childhood.
Yeah. That I'm sure has something to do with it. Because like
that's probably a big
in
thing,
my mind, in my in my limited knowledge of Jack Johnson, I feel like he like is lumped into like the Dave Matthews Band kind of
like,
type
I feel
vibe.
like John Mayer type shit.
Yeah. Like
which like I fuck with that.
Some
music.
real white people shit.
Yeah, that is some white. That's like some.
It's our culture.
Yeah, but that's some Kentucky fucking.
But I feel, but actually,
Bro,
it's
I
kind
saw
of
him
the
in
same.
concert too, and it was dope as shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he don't really be coming like. He came to Riverbend, and like he really don't be coming to Cincinnati at all. I don't think.
Could you imagine performing at Riverbend? Like, and I don't mean
I
that
don't
in like
even
a
know.
jokey way. I know people
Yeah.
like joke about Riverbend,
Yeah.
but I mean like legitimately. Though,
Just as like I guess, just for the sake of saying I did it. Just
Yeah.
'cause, I don't know. It's where I went. It'd be cool. I just don't. People always complain about how it's shitty, and like, I guess it is, but if you're like, most of the time people are just like fucked up, so they don't even know. Like, maybe that's I don't know.
People don't even be caring about the concert at Riverbend. They just buy a lawn ticket and go get blacked out and like.
Actually,
try
that
to make out with as many girls as possible.
that happened to me.
Tight beat.
Yeah,
yes.
like, tight, bro. Riverbend. Nah, but I've seen a lot of people talk about Riverbend recently with like COVID going on. They're like I would even go to a Riverbend concert right now.
Probably, it'd be live as shit. They just need to redo it for real. Just like fix it.
I've only been to the
Like,
PNC Pavilion when we saw
heard that's
Thug.
dope.
When me and Chris saw
How
Thug.
was that? How was MGK?
I don't know.
People say he puts on a good show. I think I've seen him. I saw a part of him at Rolling Loud. I'm not like a big MGK guy, but like
I don't really.
like Young Thug himself said that MGK puts on a show. That's why he brought him on tour.
I don't really remember MGK's part. I do remember him coming. Like Young Thug opened. He came out to Ecstasy, but. Because, you know, at first the MGK verse wasn't on it. Yeah. And then he, like, reduxed it. And then.
So hard.
Oh, God.
We can get that.
No. But Machine Gun Kelly came out and, like, you know, did fine. It was cool. They had that show had a really cool stage set. Yeah. I really liked that.
Did he climb the shit, MGK? Did he climb, like, the. When was that show?
October of last year.
Oh, never mind.
Something like that.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about some other shit.
But that's the only show I've ever been to there. And it was cool. It was nice, but I kind of understood. It wasn't like an awesome concert venue. Yeah. But I wasn't at Riverbend. I want to be in the lawn.
I just don't like, the lawn just sucks. You're just so far back from the stage. If you really like the music, you're just so far back. And I don't know. You're just annoyed by everybody else just not giving a shit about it. And it's just too big. Like, I don't know. I don't like the wide. It's
the funniest concert I've heard of going on there is maybe not funniest, but like funniest I'm sure to people watch at was the Wiz Khalifa Ray Shremmerd. Were you there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been to every like Wiz concert. Like my second concert ever.
He always comes to Cincinnati, doesn't he?
He
always does.
There's a lot of Wiz Khalifa fans in Cincinnati.
There is.
Since like my middle school years, or high school years, because he came with like the Wiz and Matt concert came through like when they were first blowing up, and like ever since then he would always come back.
Wow, throwback, honestly. Is there anything specific you wanted to ask Pangeaux? I mean, I know you all have known each other for a long time and live together basically, and you see him and talk to him, I'm sure, every day. But I mean, from like a interview, artistry standpoint, do you have anything? I don't know. I'm just curious.
What's your favorite song you've ever made?
Oh, I like that.
Damn.
That's a good one.
I know.
Damn.
I can probably think of my favorite song you've made, but like, what's your favorite song that you've made, like ever?
Ever?
That's been released. At this moment on what's the date today? September 10th. Like, what is your favorite song you've made today?
Damn. I don't even know. That's tough. I don't know. Maybe Reasons?
Reasons?
For real? I don't know. Maybe. That or Alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alive is pretty good.
Thank you.
What's yours?
I'd probably say Alive, for real.
Yeah.
Like,
that song hits.
I don't know. Like, I somehow his music, I don't know if it's like the universe like doing its job, but like whenever he's making something or he's about to release something, like it always like relates to my life somehow. Like what I'm thinking or my conscious or subconscious or whatever I'm going through in life, he somehow like puts it into words. It's just like weird how it works. But like
I'll tell
I
you,
like a new favorite song whenever he releases something. But Alive was like one of those songs that like really struck with me, and just the vibe that we caught in that when we released that song and the video that John did for it. I don't know. It was just like a really organic moment for all of us.
Yeah.
And kind of the start of 2020 of all the content and music that we've put out this year. Like Alive was kind of like the start of it.
Yeah.
Of the summer.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how that happens sometimes with videos, like, or songs or things in general? Like you all just like, and when I'm looking at this camera, I'm looking at John, but you all just like, it was storming that night, right? Did you all did you all want to shoot the video that night?
Nah, bro.
Or like,
I'm pretty sure we were just like,
started storming and we were just like, dude, we need to go shoot. It looks dope as fuck outside.
Do we even know it was storming though?
Lightning. So I was like, there's heat lightning. So I was like,
bro.
do a one take.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'll tell you, I have a different answer for my favorite Pangeaux song.
Okay.
I like Grapevines.
Bro, you know what was crazy? That was I was like, if it wasn't those two, I was going to say it was Grapevines.
Grapevines just like...
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Songs.
Honestly, I assume, as I said, I haven't really listened to Jack Johnson, but I assume Grapevines is a little Jack Johnson-y, right? Kind of more...
Just that vibe,
yeah. Something
calming.
Simple.
Yeah.
What?
Calming, like he said.
Yeah.
So, like you can play that song on your Spotify.
Hey, what did Patrick CC
you're on the
say?
porch, like having a nice cup of coffee, about to get your day started.
Clean your kitchen.
Type beat.
Clean your
Yeah, literally.
Hey, bro, you better if you clean your kitchen, bro. That's fire. That's dope.
I do want to clean my kitchen to that song. Now, when you said, "Hey, shout out Patrick CC." I hope he watches this.
Yeah,
he will. He follows us.
That's it.
Well,
we need to get Patrick CC on here.
Yeah, where is he from? New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
It's not
we
that
could
far.
Get him on.
I'm trying to
We're gonna do a Zoom call though.
Damn, actually, I heard we do have a New Jersey artist coming on this show soon.
Shit.
You know, we not gonna leak that right now or nothing. But just so y'all know and are ready, we do have a New Jersey artist coming on here. Well, other than that, I mean, I don't know. Is there anything that you want to say or you want to talk about that we haven't covered?
No.
You're good?
Yeah.
What's your
Soft-spoken.
last question before we wrap things up? Like, what's been like the most rewarding and like your personal like favorite moment of like of your like music career? Like, what was like you were turning a page or like something that kind of
felt like it made things worth it?
Yeah, exactly. Like the first thing that comes to mind.
I don't know, but the first thing that comes to my mind is Alive for some reason. I don't know, like that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. That's the first thing that comes to mind. For real.
I mean, do you feel like you like stepped your game up, like your,
I don't know,
your artistry with that, or?
I think it was just more of like where I was at at that point in my life, like just like mentally and what I was trying to work on. I guess it just like I'll remember that moment just from like, I don't know, just remembering how I felt at that time when all that was happening. And it felt like this was like, all right, I'm ready to like kind of take a next level into
separate
like my
yourself.
artistry. Yeah. Like find my lane or some shit like that. For real.
Well, y'all heard the man. Go fucking stream Alive. Go
real.
stream the
Go
whole
watch the
new
video.
project. Pangeaux, thank you so much for being our first interview, being
Thank
our
you for
guinea
having
pig.
me.
I appreciate it. I'm sure we'll have you on again at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know where you stay. You know where I'm at. So,
Yeah.
well, from the oh wait, fuck, almost didn't plug everything.
Yeah.
You better plug me
Follow Soul Serum on Instagram. Follow him on Twitter. Motherfucking YouTube. Soul
Everywhere.
Serum TV. Go follow Pangeaux. Go stream the shit.
Please.
My name's Clay Bonin.
My name is Tanner Moeves.
Yeah, I'm Pangeaux.
Appreciate you guys watching.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Damn, that was good shit.